Morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the planet or whatever time you find this video. This is Karey's World. Welcome to another episode of Karey's Inspired World. I came across some note here that I want to read. This note was written by my late dad, and I came across it much later, like 2 years later. Yes, and I want to share it with you. He says he had written, "Do not waste time in futile unhappiness over any loss. Example matters beyond your control." And then he goes ahead to say some thoughts. It is better for you to do something and pay nothing than do nothing and pay dues. Sow an action and you reap a habit. Sow a habit and you reap a character. Sow a character and you reap a destiny. Get into action. Do it now. Follow ideas with desirable action. Now is the time to act and be happy. You have a permanent job of living your life and making your contribution to the human race. Wow. And I feel like this was written for me because after he left, I felt stuck. I don't know whether it was because maybe the way the English say that we play for the audience of one. Maybe he was my audience, I don't know. But knowing him, he was the kind of person who was really motivational and encouraging. And he would just encourage you to push forward. And I don't understand whether it's whatever it is. I find that this is the universe speaking that maybe it's time to move on. Not even maybe, that it is time to move on. Because the same day, okay, I came across this note some time back and I took a photo of it and saved it in my Google Photos. And then later, much later, I came across it again. Earlier, I had not internalized it. And then now this second time, I saw it as I was scrolling through my photos, and then I went into YouTube and found another group talking about the same thing, about forming your words into actions, something to that effect. And I was like, no way, this cannot be a coincidence. By the way, there are some people who believe that there are no coincidences in life. Do you think there are coincidences in life? I don't know. But this was definitely the universe communicating that I needed to move on. And I was thinking about the verse that says in Samuel, is it First Samuel? When Samuel was mourning for Saul, and God was telling him, I think it's First Samuel chapter 16, that how long will you mourn for Saul, seeing that I have rejected him? And he went on and gave him instructions on what to do. So it seems like Samuel had mourned Saul for a long time, and he was just stuck there in the morning and not moving on. And it is okay to feel stuck, by the way, but there's just a way. For me, I realized that the universe communicates, because sometimes it's just time to move on. Most of the times we find ourselves stuck in many ways. Like you may be stuck in one job for a very long time, and you know there is no room for more growth, that you have reached your potential there. As in, there is no other way you can grow beyond that in that specific place. I don't know, maybe it's a toxic work environment. Maybe it's a relationship that you just need to move on from. Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it's it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be a business that is not doing well. And it's just time to move on. And sometimes we don't want to move on. We want to stay there, and we want to stick there because we want to tell ourselves or convince ourselves that it is gonna work or it is gonna change, things are gonna change. But maybe it's time to just move on. Maybe God is saying, how long? How long shall you stay in that situation? How long shall you stay in that prayerlessness? How long shall you stay in that relationship? Hata ukikaa hapo, even hata ukikaa hapo haita change, so it's better you just move on. And start making actions that resonate with your thoughts. Yeah, so that you can form the actions into habits and then the habits into character. And something I was thinking about was what causes procrastination. Isn't it refusing to move on and refusing to take that step? And I was thinking procrastination and stagnation are like sisters or first cousins, because you procrastinate for too long until you become stagnant in one situation. So this is just, as I had said when I was starting this channel, there was one of the reasons why I was starting the channel. It's not a main reason, but it is one of the main, it was one of the reasons, was it being an accountability check for me. And so that is why I came here and I shared all this here, because I believe that God wants us to move on from that which is stagnating us, that which we are sticking into, and go and become better and go and become what God wants us to be. And here is me taking that step forward of moving on. And I'll see you in the next one, in the next episode. If this is content you like, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share so that you can support this channel. See you in the next one. Bye.